She.
Ladles and jelly spoons, it says we're live, so we must be live. Welcome to Balcony Banter. It's Wednesday, it's 5 to 5, thereabouts. And you're watching Balcony Banter. Cool dudes. Where are we? I'm back in the room. It's me, Tim Dowd. And if you've probably noticed, the channel is not Living with MS in Tenerife anymore. It is now Timothy Dowd LWMST. So we are still living with MS in Tenerife, but a few people have been saying, hey, this is nothing to do with MS, thank you, but we're out. And they were subscribing and then unsubscribing. So we thought, well, we'll just tell you what it is. It's basically Tim Dowd living with MS in Tenerife, or a mess in Tenerife, depending on which way you look at it. Cool dudes. I can't see what you're saying because I don't have my other iPad. I've got all my pads doing something. So, question for Tim and Christina: if money was no object, what would you do? Well, money is no object. We do what we do. We do exactly what we do now.
Oh yeah, you put out ask us anything. That's why.
Exactly.
Boom, boom,
Exactly.
boom.
I'll answer it in more detail in a second. I just want to do this. I'm pointing that way, which is A and B. There you go. There, the girls are in wide angle today. Wide angle.
Whoa!
That's pretty. So you don't even have to huddle together anymore.
Oh, okay. So
And-
no, but that's
and
Do a look here.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's your camera. I'm just going to turn Christina's.
that's live.
We've had the mics up way too loud. There you go. That's better. So, hit the like button. It's totally free. It is. Thank you very much. Right, as I say, I'm using all the cameras now, so I can't read your comments, funnily enough. But I'm going to get Christina's phone, and we'll look at the comments in that. In the meantime, ladles, which is just a second. Let me do this. Go here to the stinger. And come back, I think, to your comments and the room. We're in the room, so Ian, if you want to come in, you can come in anytime you like. Or if anybody else wants to come in the room, just go to timothydowd.com and follow the instructions under live. timothydowd.com/live. So I'm just going to solo these guys. There you go. So, ladles and jellies, but you have the conch, as they say.
Oh.
While I go and get the rest of the stuff.
Shall I blow the conch?
You blow the conch.
We could sell that.
So, how was your week, Chris?
It was quite good up to today, because today I had an appointment at the dentist,
Ooh.
and he pulled a tooth, and it was so, I don't know, the sounds were terrible.
Yeah.
Because of course you get an injection.
Yeah.
But it sounded like a building site
Yes.
when they
Yes.
crash.
Construction, totally construction site, no? But you said something really good earlier when we were talking. You were saying that you didn't really know that they were going to pull you tooth,
Yeah,
right?
didn't know it at all.
So you went in with, oh, la-di-da-di-da, they're going to fix
It just
everything.
have a look
And then pull, zack, raus.
I thought, yeah. She said, I think we've got to pull this tooth.
Okay, so, but then you didn't really have a lot of time to worry about the
that's
appointment.
great.
So it was
That's
just a
good.
quick decision and yeah, zack, out of the way. And now, how are you feeling?
Quite good, a bit sore still here.
Yeah. But you can eat now again, right? Eat and
Yeah.
drink.
She said, after 5 o'clock I can
Good.
drink and eat. so-
Good.
And be
So,
merry.
so we will have a lovely dinner together.
Yes, we've got homemade pizza dough.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
And we've got 2 toppings planned.
2 toppings.
Yeah,
Different toppings.
2 different toppings.
Tim makes toppings.
Exactly.
Tim topping.
Cool dude.
So what's everyone saying?
Unfortunately, Christina doesn't have YouTube on her phone. I don't know why she doesn't have YouTube on her phone.
Oh.
YouTube. I gotta load it. I gotta load it on the phone. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can get you here as well. So, love the new name. Thank you. Very distinguished title. Thank you. Evening, Tim and Christina. Hope you do both well. Good evening, Tim. Thumbs up on the way. Good evening. Hit the like button. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. And it's Craig. Question for Tim and Christina. If money was no object, what would you do? Well, I'm going to answer my part, and then I'll let Christina answer her part. If money was no object, we've actually lived like that, haven't we?
Yeah.
And basically, there's no difference, I don't think. I mean, you maybe waste a bit more. Yeah?
A lot more.
Yeah, you maybe waste
That
a lot more.
means you have to throw a lot more away.
That's true. Ooh,
And
sorry,
you
thanks.
realize it's just...
Yeah. So I think we do exactly the same. In fact, next October when I retire, I'll actually get an extra pension that we don't need now, really. Yeah, to live the way we live. I mean, we could maybe go out for more dinners and stuff, but you don't like that anyway, do you?
No.
So I could maybe drink a bottle of brandy a day or something like that.
No.
No, she's just...
I think you might buy another new drone or something.
drone?
A drone.
A drone, one big enough for you, yeah?
And then the drone is drowning.
Yeah. So what I could do is I could buy one big enough for Chris, and then get in it. I could put her in it and then fly her around.
How about that?
While I'm in the pub.
That comes very close to your dreams, right, Chris?
Well, there you go. If money was no object, I'd get a drone big enough to fly Chris and just fly it around.
Yeah. Oh my God. And she's gonna sneak in the pub as well.
Oh, no drones in the pub. No drones allowed in the pub. I'm just going to go on YouTube.com.
Yes, we are doing really, really well. Thank you, Alan Fraser.
YouTube.com / nobody's on the island and wants to go for a walk with me, so I haven't walked once this week.
That's
Although
no excuse.
On Monday, I had an excuse, didn't I? Diddly I? Tuesday I had an excuse, I was meeting somebody else, and Wednesday I had an excuse because I binge watched The Messiah till 5 o'clock this morning.
Oof.
You know the Messiah on Netflix?
No.
Excellent. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And can I still do LWMST? Let's check this out. I'm actually putting in youtube.com/LWMST, which was the original one. Go. Consent for YouTube, it says here. Before we start, we'd like to consent. I'll accept you. And she's got a German phone. I don't know what she's got. We got a German phone for. Q&A, ask us anything live. There we go. We're right here. Press it, tap it, unwrap it. Look at the size of the comments. I can't read it at all. Oh, jeez.
Do you want my phone?
No, I've turned it sideways now. It's a bit better. Oh my golly gosh. Hi, Basil and Laurel, says Ray Duffy, just back in Dundee, New Wells Hospital, indoors treatment for voice Botox and back again. Voice box Botox and back again tomorrow. Okay, cool dude. Pauline's on. Hi, Moira. Sorry, Pearson, just thought it was Denise. Oh, Pearson's Adventures are on. Pearson's Adventures. They are related. I think it's Lee, is it? Pearson's Adventures. Go and check out their channel out because they've got some great pictures of Puerto de la Cruz for you to look at. So really go and check that out. And also I interviewed Denise and Steve yesterday, was it? And I got 3 cameras up and we had a great chit chat and everything. I got it home and the big cameras, or the best one if you like, was out of focus because I'd focused it and then moved the camera back a bit and forgot to refocus it. I could have put it in autofocus, but then when it's 2 people online, it hunts in the middle, right? So it's always doing this. Mm-hmm. So I've learnt my lesson though. I have learnt my lesson. No, I haven't. But anyway, I'm going to cut that together and publish it tomorrow night. I was going to publish some highlights today, but I haven't had time to do that. So there won't be any highlights of the interview.
The tooth came in the way.
The tooth came in the way it did, yes. You know, she went out to have a checkup, right,
Yeah.
and ended up having an extraction.
Yeah.
The good news is, though, we've got more gold now than we did before.
The bad news is that my little granddaughter will miss the tooth.
Oh,
She
Because
liked them, yeah.
they always had to grab. So she could
The shiny
look at
ones.
the gold teeth.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Nobody came in the room as yet. Pete and Shell, what's this? What's this? Ah, that's the other camera that I'm not using. There you go. I'll turn it around. There you go. Oh, there you go. Oh, but I'm square on this one because it's 1080p. We won't use that. We won't use that. Okay. 1, 2. There we go. And we're back in the room. Right, so what's happening today? Well, not a lot is happening. Balcony Banter, we don't actually have a topic. Usually we have some sort of topic that we can talk about.
we wanted to give it a Q&A flow.
A Q&A, yeah. And I think what it was, it's like just me being lazy and not coming up with a topic, first of all. But secondly, I think that you driving the discussion is a lot better sometimes, because sometimes we will have a topic and 50% of you are okay with it and the other 50% chat amongst themselves. And I've realised actually that if I do only edited vlogs, you can't chat to each other, can you? So it has to be lives, doesn't it?
Yes. Well,
So really what I could do is go live and just put a cabbage on a stick, right? And then you guys just chat amongst yourselves.
yes.
And the cabbage on a stick will probably get more likes.
That would be living in the now.
Living in the now. There you go.
Yes.
So next week I'm going to do a cabbage on a stick vlog. There you go.
Next week, we're on my channel again.
I don't mean not next Wednesday, but sometime next week.
Yeah,
But is next week the 2nd?
it is.
Oh my golly gosh.
Yes. The 2nd of November.
The 2nd of November, that's all something's day, isn't it?
On the 1st, I think it is.
First is All
Todos-
Souls Day, and
Todos los
second
Santos.
is something else.
Well, first is
The first is All Souls Day, isn't it?
All Saints.
All Saints Day. The second is All Souls Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moira, no, my mom is still here on the island. She still hasn't made an appearance here on the balcony. Not just yet, but she's still enjoying herself very much. Thank you. Yeah, doing her best, enjoying taking all the vitamin D in before she makes her move back to Germany. She will definitely need it, I guess.
Okay. Brilliant. 6 p.m. I believe is due to be on. Okay, cool.
Sauerkraut blog.
A sauerkraut blog, yeah? Instead of a cabbage head.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do a
A
sauerkraut blog. Yeah.
sauerkraut blog.
You can do Premiere and have live chat, says Tricia.
And sauerkraut is actually very good. You can make a lot of good recipes with sauerkraut.
Yeah?
And it's very healthy.
I've got 4 packets of it.
Really?
Yeah,
Got
and a
lots
blaukraut.
of vitamin C.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Charlie says, how are you, Tim? I'm fine, thank you. I'm unshaven today. Should I grow a beard? For Movember? People, subject, weather. Why is Europe so warm still and winter is supposed to be coming, says Brendan Purcell. People, subject, weather. Why is Europe so warm and still and winter supposed to be coming? I think it's the weather goes in cycles. So even though there is sort of like global warming based on human output, which I believe in, I do believe that we have we've done certain things that affect the weather, but the weather goes in cycles. So you'll probably find, if you look far back enough, this exact same cycle somewhere else. So typically the northern European weather is controlled by the Gulf Stream, and that's why Britain enjoys a relatively warm, wet climate in the summer and a relatively mild winter, because the Gulf Stream brings that warm water up there, because if you look, they're on the same latitude as Saskatchewan or something like that. So I mean, you're really going to get Canadian winters if the Gulf Stream flips. But Europe as a whole, and let's face it, certain places of Europe there is a hole. Yeah, their weather patterns are influenced by the heating up of the Sahara, the depressions out in the Bay of Biscay, bringing warmer air up from the south, and what they call cyclones. High pressures over Russia will bring cold air down. So basically, it's just weather patterns. I wouldn't read too much into it at the moment. I don't think until you start getting really what's it called, weather, really weird weather, and then I start worrying. But then it's too late. In fact, it's too late now. So don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. The jet stream is pulling warm weather up from the south at the moment. Thank you very much. Yeah, there you go. In fact, if you go to zoom.earth, ZOOM, or for those Americans, ZOOM, .earth, EARTH, that's a near real-time satellite imaging website of the whole world that you can look at weather patterns on. So that'd be quite good. Zoom.earth, and you can zoom in to the Canary Islands, and you can see what the weather's like right now.
Yeah. And zoom in on the balcony.
You can't zoom in. Well, you can't zoom in onto the balcony just yet, but you never know. Okay. Ray Duffy, wife's birthday, Tim, second next week. Madge, steak lunch, Miller and Carter Steakhouse. Thanks, our family. So we're all invited to Miller and Carter Steakhouse from Ray next week. Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
We'll get on a plane, will we?
Yeah, we will.
Yes, Sally. Oh, what was your if money was no object? Oh, you just want a cough, do you? Let me turn you. I'll turn you off. There you go. We turn Christina's mic off while she's dying. While I'm reading these, I won't be able to see if Christina dies, so if you could just put in the comments whether she's dead yet. She okay? It looks like she's alright. You got a full battery on this, so it keeps going off. Why is that?
Okay.
Listening in the background, Ali Bennett. Hi,
While
Charlie.
cooking.
Well, cooking. It's normally freezing in Manchester this time of year, around 8 degrees, but this week it's 18 degrees. Madness, says Charlie. It's madness.
The weather does what it wants,
The weather
right?
does what it wants, yeah.
So, not to worry about it.
So have you got anything that you want to talk about, Giuliani? What have you been doing with your mum?
Well, yes, we have been up and down to the north, to the south, obviously, as we live here. Yesterday was the very first time we actually went out to Las Americas, because
Wow.
it's not really drawing us into the big city.
The big city of Las Americas.
The big city, yeah, LA.
LA.
But yeah, it was nice to see everything has come back quite busy on the strip, and restaurants were full. It was quite nice to see, to be honest.
Actually, somebody asked me on Monday about, was it busier? Because Andrew's saying it's busier, and then we were showing the streets and it wasn't that busy in certain places. And they're saying, oh, he's right. So we're both right. It is busy down in Las Americas. Mm-hmm. And obviously I think the kids are off this week as well.
Okay.
So I think it's half term, is it?
Not that I know.
In England, anyway.
Yeah.
So there might be more kids over. But I went back on the September figures, and we're back to 2019 levels before COVID.
Okay.
So that's come back now.
Yeah.
There are a few countries that are not back. But yeah,
you can always also tell by finding a parking spot.
That's also true.
And that is definitely way back to normal.
I noticed Andrew put out a vlog this morning as well. that there's been not a change, but there's been on the British government website, they're saying don't forget to check your passport, right? And it sounded like something had changed. I had a look and nothing's changed. It's just that I don't think a lot of British people were actually understanding how it works, right? Because if you're not European now and you got the 90-day rule and all that, also your passport has to be valid. But this is where it gets complicated. It has to be valid when you leave, but it has to be less than 10 years old when you come. And people say, well, that's easy. If your passport's valid, it's valid. No, because also in the Schengen area, you have to have 3 months on your passport after you've left Schengen.
Okay.
So really, it's there's a very easy way to do this, right? First of all, you check to see whether your passport's more than 10 years old. So you take the issue date and the date you arrive, and if that's less than 10 years, number one's ticked, right? So issue date plus 10 years. If that is after you've arrived in Schengen, in Canary Islands, tick, that passport is okay. Then what you do, you look at the expiry date and you take 3 months off. And if you take 3 months off your expiry date, and that is after the day you leave, tick, that's okay. But if either of those is either older than 10 years from the first date or less than 3 months after the expiry date, then you need to get your passport changed.
And
but
how
that was
long?
always the same. Nothing's changed. I just think they're accentuating the information.
And how long is the passport valid anyway?
Well, it depends really. What happens is when you buy a passport, it's 10 years. But I think in what Britain did is if you were extending your passport or you were buying a new one and there was months left on it, they'd add those to it, right?
Ah, okay.
And so it wasn't sort of dead easy like it's 10 years after you order it because, for whatever reason. There's certain countries that want 6 months on your passport when you leave, right? And so therefore there were people hanging around complaining, saying, hey, I bought a 10-year passport and it's really only valid for 9 years or 6 months. So Britain went, okay, we'll tag it on the end then. But Schengen, if you're European, it doesn't matter, right? But if you're Schengen, then it really matters. If you're outside of the European Union, then you have to have a passport less than 10 years when you enter, and more than 3 months or more on your passport the day you leave. So the rules didn't change, but remember to do that because people have been turned away. There you go.
And we don't want that to happen.
We don't want that to happen, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not. Sorry to hear Pauline. What happened to Pauline? Oh. Vinny says no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. That's very German. That
Yes, exactly. That's what I always say.
Ian Miller's on. Is he in the room or is he just asking a question? How do you raise yourself to feel good in the morning if you've had a bad dream?
Oh, if you had a bad dream.
Yeah. Well, if I have a bad dream, it's actually good because when I wake up I go, phew, it was a dream and I'm happy.
Exactly. It was just a dream.
It was just a dream, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I just sleep some more and wait for a better one.
that's it.
I want my money back. I want a better dream.
Or you can also put some music on, cheering music that puts you in a better mood. Some kind of earworm song that keeps stuck in your head and you sing along the whole day.
So questions coming up. Don't forget thumbs up. Another benefit of Brexit. Oops, there are no benefits of Brexit. Alan Fraser. There was actually what did I read? I think 3 or 4 days ago there was a YouTube video that I watched which was basically saying the same thing. But let's not get into that. It's not German, it's an army. Okay, it's an army saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, Pauline's got a migraine and a sore throat. Oh dear. Well, we'll talk a little bit lower then, shall we? Does anybody want me to do a go to sleep tape for you? Okay, now lie on the bed and just relax. Now make your little toe go to sleep on your right foot. And now the little toe go to sleep on your left foot. And now all the other little toes are going to sleep. And they're relaxing and relaxing until the ball of your feet goes to sleep. And then the rest of your feet go to sleep. And your ankles are getting droopier and droopier. And now, so if you want that, right?
That's perfect.
And just send me a message on the back of a £20 note.
Thumbs up.
Just send me a message on the back of a £20 note. Or send me a message through PayPal. Brexit, the kids keeps saying, okay, we're not going to talk about Brexit, okay? We've done that. I thought it was a joke, was waiting for the punchline, Ian. Let me just read that again. That's a joke. How do you raise yourself out of feeling good morning if you've had a bad dream? Is Costa Adeje busy? Good question. Costa Adeje Resort, which is basically from Veronica's up to, I would say, Del Duc, yeah? That's the typical Costa Adeje Resort. That's pretty busy at the moment. There's people hanging around, there's people walking around, the beaches are fairly busy. I would say, yes, they're busy.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you got 4 years left? Should be okay, says Reality. If you got 4 years left on your passport, as long as it wasn't issued more than 10 years ago, which it probably won't be with 4 years on it, you'll be okay. But 4 years is good. JJ, hello to everyone that said hello. Angry fellow, good evening all. Michelle, hi Graham. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, please.
Yes.
I have a migraine, we did that one. Not German Army, did that one. Julie Wade's fallen asleep. The Army get nicked. What? The Army? It's just gone now. Did somebody delete it? No. Yawn, good night, Tim. See you on the next one. Okay, that was me. Oh, that's. See, it's when I was doing the sleepy thing and they're all saying that goodbye, we're going to sleep.
Exactly.
Okay.
You should do that.
Uh-huh. Hasn't worked, I'm still wide awake. Where's the one with the Army?
Something like pongos or something they call them.
Yeah. Well, I can't see that anymore now.
But here on the island, it's actually basically the same thing. Tenerife is so diverse. When you travel around on the island, you always take clothes, for any kind of occasion. So here in the south, it's so warm, but then you go up north, it can totally change. It can rain, it can be cloudy and cold. But it can also be nice and sunny up there, so you never know.
Yeah.
So that's why when traveling here on the island, it's always por si acaso. Yeah, so just in case any bad weather occurs, better have something to put on. A sweater.
Or when I told my mum there was bad weather in Virginia once, and she says, "Oh, is it raining?" I said, "No, it's 40 degrees."
Yeah.
Hasn't worked, I'm still awake, we did that one. Oh, we got the Pongos again. The Army get nicknamed Pongos. Whenever the Army goes, the Pong goes with them. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm tempted, although we saw them when they were over in July. President Cruz was amazing. Trolled by Tenerife Uncovered last week, but it got taken down. Oh, Edinburgh Honest Guy got trolled by Tenerife Uncovered. Cool dude, you've made it, pal, you're famous. I don't go, it's so expensive. So there's somebody asking about Ryu. Where are all these things going?
I'm describing the weather in Scotland every day.
Julie Richardson, there you go. I'm coming over solo again next year to Rio Arecas in Adeje.
Ah, that's a nice one.
Which one's Rio Arecas?
Rio Arecas. It's the one at the Playa del Duque Norte.
Uh-huh.
So, but that's the Rio Arecas is the 5-star only adult hotel, I think.
Oh, that's right.
or
It's
or
next
it's
door to the Sheraton.
Yes,
Opposite,
exactly.
over the Barranco from the
and
Sheraton.
it's the one that is closer to the street.
Than what?
Then what?
Closer to the street than what?
Then the Rio Palace.
Oh, there's two on that corner.
Yeah, there's Rio Arecas and Rio Palace.
And they're both in between the Sheraton and the
Costa Adeje.
Ducky, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The next to each other.
El Beril and Sheraton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So Julie, was that Julie? Julie Richardson. First of all, fantastic hotel. Secondly, great area. You can walk left and get to Del Duque shopping area, and then carry on. And the next place there is Torbiscus and Fanya Bay beaches, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So going left, it's there's more stuff, and it gets cheaper. Going right from there, you've got the Sheraton, which is closed down. Then you got the H10 next to that, and behind the H10 you have the Playa de la Enramada, where the paragliders land.
Yeah.
And beyond that is the beautiful fishing village of La Caleta, which I've done numerous vlogs on. So go out and check the Maritime Walkway playlist, or I think there's a playlist called La Caleta. If not, I'll make one. And check those out. So yeah, it's a beautiful hotel. There is a bus outside.
Yes, directly
outside.
up the road.
Yeah, so that you can get a bus into Los Cristianos, Las Americas, Los Gigantes, or basically to the bus station, and from there the island is yours. But yeah, beautiful place.
Yeah. And the beach is beautiful.
And the beach is nice as well. It's
Yes.
still a black beach, the Beryl Beach, or did they?
Quite dark.
There's a dark beach, but if you go a bit further to the left towards the castle, you got a big sandy beach there.
Yes.
So, well, it's all sand, but different colour. And Graham's saying, I'm absolutely desperate to come over to Tenerife on holiday, but I really don't like going solo. I did it one time before when I was buying my apartment, but didn't enjoy nighttime on my own. There you go. We'll pick you up. You can come and sit on our balcony, get drunk, and get a taxi home.
Denise Pearson says, Julie and the island, I agree, but always something different. We've been to Los Silos to see the whale skeleton, learned how the whales pass the island once a year to migrate. Yeah, that's beautiful. And Los Silos is really a beautiful place too, up there in the north. Yes, the north, I just love it. At the moment, I'm up there quite a lot, and it's beautiful. So lush and so green, and even the so-called bad weather, I really do enjoy it. So last Sunday I was walking through the rain and really enjoyed it.
Orcus Whaling, aka Craig, says, how come the south does not have many high-rise buildings near the seafront? Not that it's a bad thing, in fairness, it's a building law, or is it because of the airport? I think it's just the way that it worked. I think the people who developed it didn't want to build those Torremolinos, Benidorm type hotels, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are a few hanging around, obviously, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Typically on Costa del Blanca, Sol, whatever, you've got these great big high-rise along the seafronts. Yeah. No, I think it was the way it happened. Maybe it's because it was hard to develop back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah?
Well, the oldest buildings of the south, they are still quite the high rise buildings. But
That's true.
but then the more new architecture got more embedded, I guess, into the nature or into the landscape.
It could actually
So,
be a regulation, because I remember the Monkey Beach Club weren't allowed to go
Yeah.
up more than 2 stories because the people that built behind them would lose the sight of the sea. So theoretically, it could be a building regulation, but I don't know. I'm only guessing, Craig. I'm only guessing. But the oldest hotel in the south, which is the H10 Tenerife, is 50 years old this year. So there you go. That's one of the tall ones as well.
yeah, it's quite.
Walk with me,
tall.
Tom Herdman. Hello, Tom Herdman. Julie Richardson. Thanks, get August. Can't come quick enough.
Exactly, Moira. Lanzarote is all low buildings. Yeah. Also thanks to Cesar Manrique.
Get yourself a girl, says Craig.
The solo.
Well, didn't Julie just say she's come on her own? There you go. Let's get Julie and
So are we
Graham together.
are we matchmakers?
We're matchmaking, yeah. Julie and Graham, hook up.
Das ist ihr Herzblatt. Do you still remember that? Herzblatt.
Herzblatt. There was a similar one in English.
Really?
It was called Blind Date.
Oh, yeah.
And Cilla Black did it. Surprise, surprise.
Well,
Well, that would be something. The first balcony banter couple.
There would
Matchmaking.
Exactly.
Oh, and how nice would that be? Meeting on your Monday meetups.
Graham said, I don't know, it was that time of year, went on my own, but lots of nicer restaurants didn't want to give up a table to a solo diner. All right. Well, all you got to do is just say, I want a table for 4, please, and just have 4 meals.
Yeah.
There you go. Maria Albanaz is on.
Hola, mi niña. So,
Anyway, so balcony banter is not changing. That means we're going to have topics. Anybody can come in to the room. The room is open, I believe. Yes, we are connected to the room. So if you want to go in and say hello, you can. Fridays, because I'm not drinking beer at the moment, it's been a bit boring for me, going out. But last Friday I sort of succumbed and had 2 beers, didn't I?
didn't we do it at home last Friday?
No, last Friday was, last Monday we did it at home.
Yeah.
Last Friday I was out with Maria at Little Germany.
Yeah.
And Kirsten opened the beer before I went, no, go, okay, go on then.
oh,
She opened 2.
how could that happen?
I've no idea. There you go. So I've been out with the drone again a few times, but I was filming a villa, and the villa has not been the footage has not been approved yet. So as soon as that's approved, hey, somebody's in. Hey, it's Ian. Going out.
Hey, Ian.
Hello.
I had 2 beers, didn't I? There we go.
Didn't we do it at home last
I can hear
Friday?
myself now.
Yeah.
Last Monday we did it. You gotta mute yourself, Ian. Oh, he's gone again. Gone again, gone again, gone again, gone again, gone again, gone again, gone. He'll be back in a minute.
Orcas Whaling is saying, I come out to Tenerife by myself. I meet loads of nice people. Love it. Yes, I guess there are, people going out single and coming back with a crowd.
That's true, but I think I understand what Graham's saying, yeah, because I used to travel solo as well, and it's all, you've got to just go and make the effort and go out and do it, and sometimes, it's much better to travel with somebody so that you can talk about your experiences when you get back, or remember when we're in such and such, because having the experience there and then is one part of the fun. But actually, like talking to Chris and say, remember when we were up in Washington DC and
Yeah.
whatever, you know,
Yeah.
we couldn't find a parking spot.
But then, on the other hand, you are traveling with yourself.
That is true.
So
That is
you
true.
are never
Unless
alone.
you're astral projecting.
You are never alone. You are always carrying your little pig dog with you. It's there right with you.
Schweinhund.
Der Schweinehund. And yeah, so I think it never gets boring when you're with yourself.
That's true.
But my friend came on the road once and she said the worst thing is breakfast in the hotel. When you're all alone on the table.
Breakfast.
Richard Watson says Los Gigantes Hotel must be approaching 50 years from the photos I've seen.
The Los Gigantes Hotel.
Is that in Los Gigantes?
Is that the Barcelo Santiago?
Bartel Santiago?
The one that is shaped in like
a ship.
Ship
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I don't know, actually.
It's-
But I wouldn't call Los Gigantes there the south, would you?
I would still call that the south.
You still
yes.
call it the south?
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
The
Southwest.
southwest coast, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought the south sort of finished at around about, I don't know, Alcalá.
No,
No? Because then it's the north coast, isn't it?
you know, it's very interesting, and I think people have different opinions about that. Some would say Erjos is like sort of like the tipping point towards the north. So like Erjos El Tanque, everything that is above there. This is where the north starts.
Okay, I can imagine that El Tanque, if you're talking about the north of Tenerife,
Yeah.
then I would say, yeah, El Tanque is probably the tipping point if you're going north, right?
Yes.
But when you're talking about Tenerife Sur, and most people are talking Costa Deji, Arona,
Yes.
and maybe Palmar, right?
Palmar.
Palmar.
Yeah.
And Gulf, you know, so that sort of corner there, and the anything further up than Costa Deji on the west coast is the west, I would say.
Yeah.
So you got north, south, east, and west, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, but in your map, you've got north and south, and that's it.
Yeah. North and south.
Yeah. So
Like-
is Santa Cruz south or north?
Even this is where people argue. Some say it's south, and if you look at the weather, definitely south over the last years. It has gotten has changed a lot. I would say, I mean personally, I would say it's north.
I would say it's east.
It's east, but if you take the island and you just cut it,
Oh, Ian's on again.
then yes.
There we go. There he is. Hi, Ian.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hey,
So if you cut the island into two,
Hello.
Hello. And sort of like in the middle, you have the teide,
yeah,
and then you cut it, slice it, and then you have the north and the south, and obviously yes, the east and the west. And east and west coast are also very very different. I mean, just take the drive up to the north. I personally, I prefer driving the west coast up to the north.
so going up through
Santiago
de Teide,
exactly
Tanque, that way.
that way.
That's the only way that I've been up to the Puerto de la Cruz. But then I found that going round was exactly the same time.
Yeah. Yes, and now of course the new tunnel is going to be finished next
Oh,
year.
then
and,
that would make lots of stuff a lot cheaper.
yes.
Transport costs,
Yeah.
but there's going to be loads more trucks coming from that direction. So you're going to get a lot more.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's very
definitely.
interesting. There you go.
Now I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works.
Oh, hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Hey,
Oh,
Ian.
sorry,
Hiya.
we can't hear you, Ian. Sorry.
Give
Okay,
it up.
I've got to chuck you out. No. Okay.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
It's okay. I thought, but Port of la Cruz to me is in the west. Santa
Port.
Cruz to me is in the north.
Is the west or the north?
Right, is Port of la Cruz the west?
Puerto de la Cruz is like the middle of the north coast,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Right.
if you look at the island, basically the top coast is flat-ish, right? It sort of tips up at the end, but it's flattish. So anything along the top coast from Buena Vista to what's the one on the end, Anaga? Yeah, anything
Yeah.
on that coast there, I would say is north, right?
Yeah.
Then if you come round the corner or down towards Santa Cruz, I would call that the west. And I would call it all the way west until maybe Guimar. And then it
The
starts...
west, the east.
The east, sorry, the east, yeah. Then I would call it the east up until around about Guimar. And then Guimar is the beginning of the south. And the south comes down round the corner,
Yes.
goes up to Costa Adeje, and then at the end of Adeje, when Girizora starts,
Yeah.
and Santiago, no, what's it called?
Puerto Santiago.
Yeah, but I think what's the municipality called?
Guia de Isora.
And the next one,
Santiago del Teide.
Santiago de Teide. So those two are west for me.
Yes.
And then Buena Vista maybe, yeah.
Buena Vista, definitely.
Definitely west.
Yeah.
And then El Tanque is probably going to be the first northern city for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
And then all those along the top.
That was geography lesson for today.
No, it's not geography. It's just it's because I mean, as you say, with an island, you can usually get it, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tenerife also has a very interesting shape. So, and then obviously Teide gives it a whole different perspective.
Well, actually, Tenerife was the first naan bread.
Really?
Yeah, because it erupted and then it sort of sucked it sideways. In fact, if you go to the to Rick's channel, not Rick and Shelley, Rick, the guy that was on with us. If you go to his channel, which I promised I would link in one of the things, I haven't done it, so I'll link it in this one. He's got two channels, one with drone footage of Lanzarote, and the other one is the making of the Canary Islands, which is sort of pretty good. So I'll put a link up here. No, over there. Over Ian. It'll be over Ian for that one. But it looks like a naan bread. You know, thicker one and thin at the other end.
Ooh, naan breads.
Naan bread.
So, continuing the geography lesson. This tunnel that they're making and the new road up there, is that going to cut down a lot of travelling time from, say, Adeje to Port of la Cruz?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. I mean, it's 23 kilometres
Yeah.
of windy road over a mountain. Is going to be, it usually takes you between a half an hour and 40 minutes. So from the end of the tunnel in Santiago del Teide to El Tanque is probably 30 to 40 minutes, is it?
Yeah.
And it will be 8 minutes. So you're actually going to cut 20 to 30 minutes off your
But
travelling
through
time.
the tunnel, I mean, if it's going to be the same as the Túnel del Bicho,
Yeah.
it's only 80 allowed.
Yeah, it's only 80.
Yeah, but it's straight.
But 23 kilometres at 80,
Yeah.
you're still
Yeah.
going to get through it in 5-6 minutes.
Do your math now.
Yeah, right.
Denise is asking, Julian, we are planning to visit to Anaga in the next week. Is it where in Tenerife collect the amazing chestnuts? I haven't been to Anaga collecting chestnuts, but up in the north, definitely. Like I've been to. I don't know if it's pronounced correctly. Chanajiga is a beautiful hiking area and barbecue area towards Los Realejos. And this is where a lot of chestnuts are blooming and carrying fruits at the moment. And apple trees are full of apples. I collected some apples the other day, and of course the blackberries are still up there as well. So yeah, but chestnuts definitely, and it's something very typical for this time of year towards upcoming Christmas season. Roasted chestnuts is
By
is
open fire.
exactly.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Have you
What?
quieted me down?
No.
Have you put me back on the camera?
Oh, you've been on the camera all the time.
Yes, we are.
Because you said you'd take me off when I had to cough.
Uh-huh. It isn't the cough that carries you off.
It's the
No.
coffin they carry off in.
Maria's asking me that the naan bread's going to go with the go and curry. There you go, Graham. You can get dialysis in Tenerife South if you go in March. You can get it anytime. It's up in Puerto Santiago. Oh dear. Low battery again.
No.
Yeah, it's just this old iPad. I keep saying it's 100%, and it won't even last the hour now. It won't even last the hour.
Need a new one, I guess.
Need a new one, yeah.
You're lucky you've got a low
Consumerism.
battery. I've got a low laptop here.
A low laptop. There you go.
Oh,
So we're
God.
going to have to finish up now. We're going to have to finish up. The last time I flew to Tenerife on my own, there was a hen party on the flight from Glasgow. They put me off women for life, says Graham. Well, and there's plenty of men you can go out with. Go out and have a lads night out. Do you play golf? I'll get you in touch with the rabbits here. You can go and play golf with the rabbits. Blackberries have finished early this year, says Pete and Shell.
Oh, okay.
Because we usually get some sort of blackberries off you, don't we?
Yes, that's true, but I haven't even been.
No,
No.
no. Didn't take your mum.
No, not yet.
Ian, I'm going to thank you for coming on. Well, it wasn't unannounced because Juliana did tell me you might come on. But thank you for coming back. I'm glad to see that you've got a bit of time. Are you coming over anytime soon, or don't you want to talk about it?
Yeah, soon.
Okay, so if you do come over, come and see. We're going to have a walk again, and you can pick where you want to go.
No, I'll leave that to you this time.
Oh right, okay. It's going to be hiking,
Oh, yeah.
or coffee. One or two. Hiking or coffee.
Oh, coffee all day.
Christina Lee,
Yes.
how the devil are you?
Yeah, I'm
And-
coping.
Was your tooth better now?
Oh, it starts to hurt a bit.
Does it? So you probably need some red wine, do you, to numb it?
That could be,
I'm going for red wine today. I'm making pizza. I'm making two pizzas. One is going to be garlic, artichoke hearts, and olives. And the other one's going to be anchovies and pineapple. And on one of them, or one half of them, I'm going to do shredded chorizo as well. For
Wow.
those who want shredded chorizo.
I always loved your topping combinations.
There you go. And because shout out to Cleo, who's not feeling very well. She's had a procedure today and can't move. And so we're going to take her a slice of pizza over, a little bit of salad, and half a bottle of wine. So shout out to
TLC.
Cleo.
Oh,
And I'm going to start cooking now, so I should be over in about 25 minutes. Ladles and jelly spoons. Low battery on the big iPad. Everything else was fine. You've been watching Balcony Banter. And there we go. Don't forget Friday is Q&A with me in a bar, and I'll show you some drone footage. And next Monday's meetup Monday is the 31st Halloween, cancelled. We're not going out on Halloween. So if you were thinking of doing that, I will come and meet you if you're on the island, but we're not going to do the official thing. The next one that you can book for on timothydow.com is the 7th. So if you want to come and see us on the 7th, we'll be in El Hable, and you can go and register online at timothydowd.com. You register for free. It just lets us know however many people are coming. Juliani's channel next week is Balcony Banter, so don't forget to subscribe to Juliani's channel so you don't miss that.
And ring the little bell for notifications, right?
You're getting very, very slick on that. You're getting very slick.
On you. Yep.
And I hope you enjoyed this little chat around the balcony. I'm just going to show you the sunset. I'm going to take this camera and show you the sunset. I'll just solo this one. Oh, solo mio. There you go. There's the sunset, ladles and jelly spoons. I'm knocking into the plants here.
Nice one.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful.
Just reminds me of something.
There we go. So let's get those one there. And don't forget we can zoom in. Can we? Yeah, there she is. Christina, last words from you.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed the show.
That was perfect.
We'll move over to Juliani.
Yes, exactly. I hope you enjoyed this bit different balcony banter.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Ooh.
Oh. The tilt's going. No, I'm going the wrong way. No. Hang on. I've got to do this. It's backwards. You press it up and it goes down. You press it left and it goes right. Oh, look at that. It's weird, isn't it? No. I'm not doing it on purpose. There you go.
Oh my God! He just wanted to show. He just wanted to show my outfit.
I did. Yes, I did.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this different balcony banter this time. But yeah, a really nice one too. And yeah, I hope you had as much fun as we did. Have a good week and see you next week on my channel.
And Ian, thanks for popping in.
No problem, sir. No problem.
And we'll see you soon. Are we going to see you next week as well on Juliani's channel?
We'll see what's going on. See what's
There
happening.
won't be any door, but I will surely send you an invitation.
Cool, dude.
Oh.
And this is me, Timothy Dowd / dash LWMST. Let's get us all back on to say tra. Tra. Don't forget, go see timothydowd.com and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye! See ya! Wouldn't want to be ya!